Shoot, I feel better just putting these boxes in order. Look at that. How much space I saved. Okay, before I start messing with water, let me go to the bathroom. All right, pressure washer bros, if you're watching this, we need to upgrade your life. You shouldn't be watching this video. You don't want any of these pressure washers, so I want to remind you of that. But if you just so happen to have one or are considering buying one, which again I'm telling you you shouldn't do, we're going to show you what the actual pressure rating is, what the actual flow is, and then talk to you about upgrading with different hose and all that stuff. I would suggest stop this video right now. Go watch episode 23, I think it is, the Ryobi episode where I updated you on guns and fittings and foam cannons. We're going to skip over that today because we have 8, or is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pressure washers. It's kind of like we're running a marathon here. We started with the 3 new Ryobis. This is the 7 new Greenworks. There's an 8th one, which is the bucket one. And then we go to, I think, how many ARs do we have, Chris?
10 ARs.
10 ARs, and then 15 new Sun Joes. I almost said a bad word there. We're not going to do that. So this is another thing. The last time I made these videos was 3 years ago, and it was me and Chris fumbling through this, and then and Bryce sometimes holding the camera, sometimes not. And so this is another life tip from Uncle Matty here. We have Mike on camera, Jeff on runner, Chris on data, Tommy on rebuilding the entire pressure washing system or pressure washing interface on our website, and then me. This is a life tip for you. Your goal in life is to hire somebody to mount your wheels and tires. Oh shoot, I just bought a machine to do that myself. But your goal is to hire people so that you don't have to do it all. So stop making fun of me for being the 1%er and all that nonsense crap. This is what we aspire to be. I don't want to buy a Greenworks piece of junk 1700. I want to buy a Krensla. That's what I want. And so just take it easy on me here, and I'm going to tell you like it is. So don't get bent out of shape. If you bought this, we talked about this in the last series. What the heck's going on here? Apparently I need somebody to wipe my sleeves off for me too. What was I going? What was I saying? If you have this, and I say it's not any good, I still like you. Like, I don't hate you because this is junk. This is what you have at this moment in time, and then we're going to get you to something better in the future. And if not, you're still okay with me. Like, it's not this. I'm not like attacking your character here because you have a crap pressure washer. So let's get into the Greenworks. The first thing I'll mention with the Greenworks, they got these nifty little handles. You can skedaddle around with it. That's good. But the cool thing about the Greenworks, the new ones, is the plastic is pretty darn nice. Like, they look a lot better. So I'm suspecting the upgrade to these is a new case. It's like new and improved case. They leave the case part out because the engine inside of here is a 3-axial or 3-plunger radioaxial sealed enclosure. Meaning you can't change the oil, you can't swap parts, you really can't do anything with them. Once they crap out, they crap out. Most of these are built. This isn't a published standard, but I have some friends on the inside. Most of these are engineered to 60, 70 hours. Of operation. That's what they're designed to do. Now, some people will get 700 hours out of it. Some people will get 6 hours out of it. Some people will get turn it on and it blows up immediately. But this is a, how much is this one, Chris?
$149.99.
This is $149.99, $150 pressure washer. Comes with this gun. Doesn't come with any quick disconnects or anything. So I put this fitting on. This is a garden hose fitting. So it's the Lowe's guy saying, hey, we want a $149 pressure washer. We want you to give us as high of a pressure spec and as high of a flow spec as possible, because that's what we're going to use. We want you to tell us, that it's a high amperage motor, which is nonsense, but we want it built, and we want to buy it for $101 or whatever. So they set a target, and that's what this is made for. And then we want one that's $50 more. We want one $50 more. We want one $50 more. We want one $50 more. And we don't care what it does or how it works. We just want you to have better specs, so that we can compete with other ones. And that's how this game is played. What I'm doing is we're putting the hose to it and figuring out how much frickin' water it actually does move. So 150 bucks, rated at 1.2 GPM and 1700 PSI. So what we're gonna do, like we've done with all the machines, Jeff, can you give me some power here? What we're gonna do with all the machines, we're gonna put a quick disconnect on here, and we're gonna test the stock output of pressure and flow. So I've got an MTM gauge. Again, we went over all this stuff in detail on the Ryobi video. That was like an hour. How long was that? An hour and 20 minutes long or something crazy. So we're gonna put an MTM pressure gauge on here. We're gonna use a 50-foot Cobra Jet hose. So in all of my testing, and this is the 24th episode of the pressure washing series, in all of my tests, we in the beginning, with the first like 20 or 30 pressure washers, we tested stock 1/4 inch hose versus a 3/8 50-foot hose, and there was no measurable pressure difference, no real measurable amperage difference, and so there was really no reason for me to just be swapping hoses back and forth. As long as this is a general formula, as long as you're under 200 feet, you generally aren't going to lose any pressure. Now, you probably on these pressure washers probably want to stay 100 feet or less. But so let's just say, rule of thumb, 100 feet or less, because they don't really make 150-foot hoses. 100 feet or less, you're not going to see any real amperage difference or draw from the motor. You're also not going to see any real issue with pressure flow difference. So there's no reason for me to swap back and forth. So we have our inlet hose, which is a 12-foot OG Continental Frontier hose that we source. And then we have a 3/8 inch, this is a Cobra Jet hose from MTM that's exclusive to us. Smooth jacket, much more pliable. Again, this is the 3/8 internal diameter, 5/8 external diameter hose. There's no degradation or loss from upsizing. There's also no benefit to upsizing on the pressure washer. I think it has to do with, as long as it's not too big, once the line pressurizes, it kind of maintains that pressure. As long as it's not too thick, I'm just making this part up, you usually won't have an issue. Okay, so I mentioned this in a bunch of the other videos as well, the Ryobi stuff and many of the others. When you have a pressure washer, you have to understand that it's water under pressure at theoretically 1700 PSI. So you're going to deal with leaks. You're going to deal with issues. You're going to have to chase that. You may have had it running for 6 weeks or 6 years, and then all of a sudden, one day you turn it on and you got a leak somewhere, a surge somewhere. It's part of the deal. You've got to fight for that. So there's a good chance right now I'm going to turn this thing on and we're going to have a leak. Hopefully not, but let's see. So there's some water. No leak on this side. Good. Okay. So let's let the air out. And let's do some rapid fire specs. So there's also no real measurable difference, at least on the gauge of the output of the pressure washer. If you go 15 degree, 25 degree, 40 degree, certainly there's a pinpoint pressure difference on the out, where the water comes out. But in a measure, unless we had some way to measure that actually, the actual water pressure, because I'm measuring at the inlet to the gun, there's no measurable difference between a 40 degree and 25 degrees. So we are always going to use the widest spray pattern we have available, because I think that's the best for washing cars. And that's really what we're doing here, is we're testing this for washing cars. Because all of these electric pressure washers, short of a 20 amp or a dedicated, see, this is happening to all of them. There's metal. Oh, shoot. Sorry. There must be some metal. There's some metal and crap going on. Yep, I can see it right there. They generally give us, it's stuck in there. They generally give us a little, can you hand me the airline? There is a little pick tool that they send. It looks like we got it. Yeah. So I'm going to recommend, it's good practice to blow the air out without the tip on, because you notice there was a piece of metal that worked its way through the system. Doubtful it came from my line, because I've had that hooked up for years, and we've already used this hose, and so it's somewhere in the pressure washer. You could sit here all freaking year waiting for the air to come out, so let's just turn it on. So these are auto stop start. Oh, these have the puke sound. So clearly, I don't think this pump, I thought in the past the Greenworks and the Ryobis were made in the same spot, but maybe not. This sounds like a Sunjo, doesn't it? All right, so we've got 11, 12, 1300 PSI on the dot. So let's test our flow. Let's do our, so Tommy, just grab the DS or whatever. SPL, not DSP, just from where you're sitting, that's perfect. So we've got about 15 feet away, we're gonna get a sound pressure reading. 68, pretty typical of all these. Most of these are gonna be between 65 and 72 dB, you know, pretty common. So let's get our measurement here. So what we're doing here, I cut a hole in my bucket. I've got a grit guard, which we don't need. Our bucket is, what is it?
The bucket itself
Yeah.
is 2.76 pounds.
2.76 pounds, which you're going to subtract. And we're going to run for a minute, and then we're going to get a rating. I think this is way more accurate than trying to eyeball the little, you know, because I bought one of those little clear buckets where you had the lines on it, but we couldn't get a real accurate. I wanted like the 100th place because, you know, these are all pretty much the same pump, so we wanted to get a relatively accurate setting. The best way to do that is the measure. So it's 8.34 pounds per gallon of water. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, no leaks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. We got to do this twice. That's 14 minutes of my life I'm not going to get back. To basically tell you this is going to be like 1.15 gallons per minute. 5. Okay, Jeff is going to give us a measurement here. I'm going to swap over. So now we're going to swap the gun while Jeff gets us a measurement of how much water we got. Chris does the calculation. What? No nozzle size. It doesn't tell us on the Greenworks here. Let's see if our foam cannon fits.
13.7. 79.
Yeah, no foam cannon.
Yeah, take the gamma seal off.
Yeah, we want to go because we did all our other specs without the gamma seal.
13.19.
Okay, let's,
1.25.
yeah, 1.25 gallons per minute. So we're going to pick up. This might juice us up to 1.4. Now, that was it. So it was 1.25 gallons per minute at 1300 psi. So now we're going to modify. We're going to put a different gun on. Again, I've talked about these different guns. We'll just use the old school Mosmatic here, the original Mosmatic, and we'll put this on, and we're going to test. We're going to test our output here. Now, I'm going to use some different size nozzles. So this is a, I think, let's see, let's put a 2.5 nozzle on here. So I've explained this a lot as well, but remember, there's a hole in this nozzle, and the hole is a certain size. The smaller the number, the smaller the hole, the more pressure. The more pressure, the less flow. They're not directly proportional, but they are proportional to some extent. So what do we call that? Slightly correlated, Chris? What was that called in math class? So we do have, there is, like, theoretically, if you look at a chart, if you look at if you look at the pressure and flow chart, you know, there's a theoretical calculation, but then there's also a real world measurement. You can't just say, on this pressure washer, I'm going to put an 8.0 nozzle because I want to get 3 gallons per minute. You know, you're limited by amperage, by output or wattage, by how much output the pump has. So there's a certain point where it just doesn't work, and so you need to work within the range that the pump is designed, and that's an important thing you need to keep in mind. So you can't just say, well, I'd really like to get like 4,000 psi out of this thing because I want to clean my driveway. You'll blow up the darn machine. So you have to keep in mind, maybe put an amp meter on your what it's drawing from the wall. But so you want to be careful with doing that kind of stuff. Just so for washing cars, my target pressure is 1,000 psi. That's the target. And where I came up with that number is I take my hand, if I hold it 12 inches away and it doesn't cut a hole in my hand, so be careful, it doesn't cut a hole in my hand, then I know it's not going to cut a hole in my paint. So that's my made up number. 1,000 psi is what we're looking for. So that's a 2.5, that's 1,250 psi, so we don't want that. Let's go 3.0. Now, I don't really use these nozzles anymore. I'm using the now better version, the OG spec nozzle, where the nozzle's built in instead of being sticking out like we did originally. But just because we did all our other tests with these nozzles, I doubt there'll be much of a difference, if any. But I'm going to use the same 1/4-inch quick disc connected nozzles for the rest of our tests, just so we stay consistent. This is science here, people. Very scientific. Yeah. So that's 3.0. 3.0 nozzle. Oh, did we get our amperage draw on the?
Yeah,
Okay. Get out of here, bubble. So we've got 1060 with a 3.0. That's the way to go. So now what you're going to see is that our flow is going to increase. Stop, reset.
So you have 12.6,
Yes.
So what was our amperage before?
12.3.
And 12.6 with the aftermarket. So no real change. 3, 2, 1, go. I didn't start. Jeff, can you dump me here? I've already started. We're only on the first pressure washer. I got 6 more to go. Dang it. This is why I need an assistant runner.
And Kyle was asking the amperage of the new compressor over there, 220 volt, and what amperage?
I did a 50 amp, but it probably only needs 30. Just have them put a 50 amp in. Or go look at the back of it. Because technically the 50 amp, you need a knife switch. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. It's just almost a moot exercise. These are the same freaking pumps. It's the same thing. Well, I guess with Greenworks, it could be a different company manufactured pump. So maybe this is worthwhile. Oh, can you go fill up the foam cannon? Fill it up to 750. 10 seconds. Are you still watching this video? You should probably frickin' turn it off. What are you guys doing? Who frickin' cares about a Lowe's pressure washer? Come on, give me something. $14.46.
1.40.
Yeah, so it gained very, very little, and I think that's odd. So it went from 1.25 to 1.40. We dropped quite a bit of pressure, and So that means it's probably not a very good pump. So let's do the next one, 1800 PSI. The 18 is rated at 1.1 GPM. So we got less pressure. So they're just making these numbers up. You know, we got less pressure, but more flow than advertised. So why wouldn't they just say, I mean, what's wrong with saying 1300 PSI, 1.25 GPM? And then you can fudge that up a little bit. So say 1500 PSI, because they're doing it on the moon, apparently. So when they do it on the moon, they can just fudge the numbers up a little bit. And now they're just freaking straight making them up, just for the heck of it. Oh, shoot. Foam cannon. Good job, Jeff. I'd have been so mad if I would have done that. So all of these, remember, foam cannon has an orifice, has a little hole inside of here. Go watch the Ryobi video. There's a little hole inside of here, and all of these need a 1.1. So they need a smaller orifice because of the lower flow. If you use the stock 1.25 millimeter or even a bare 1.5 millimeter, you just won't get any foam. You'll just get some soapy water coming out. Yeah, so 11.9 amps, that tells me that a 1.1 millimeter orifice, and you can see I just got some shaving cream there, so it does an adequate amount of foam. Jeez. Let's just do this. You gotta stop making these comments, people, about, well, it's just good enough. What do you need something more expensive for? You've gotta aspire to better in this world, I'm telling you. The user experience, I gotta turn the water off. The user experience, I got too many life lessons here of this. You know, it's okay that you have this, it's okay. Stop with the insecurity nonsense. But you wanna aspire for better. You know, this is a microcosm of your life. If you're 50 years old and you're still using a Greenworks, it's time. Go to college, get a degree, get a different job. I'm telling you, it's time for you. Shut up, Chris. Whatever you're saying, I don't want to hear it. All right, what's next? So I want to make sure I use the stock gun, even though the guns are the same, just to be sure. I'm in good shape. By the way, go to obsessedgarage.com, click on Trinkets and Treasures, or whatever it's called. What's it called? Closeouts or Steal and Deals, open box area of the site. I'm going to be giving you screaming deals on these pressure washers I'm telling you not to buy. So. Oh, shoot. But yeah, if you want it, so basically we're building Obsessed Garage Ultimate packages. The reason why I'm doing Ultimate package is because I'm telling you, you don't want this pressure washer forever. So this is a good way for you to get an operating system, save you a couple $100, and get like the Good Gun hose, or a 50-foot hose, all OG spec Mosmatic, Swiss made quick disconnects. And then I'm basically giving you a pressure washer and a few bucks off for free. So the pressure washer is free. You'll use the pressure washer until it explodes, and then get something better. Buy it from me. So I can't believe you're saying. Oh yeah, this one problem. This one can only use the stock hose. So there's an internal proprietary or weird type of connection. So you can only extend the hose on this Tommy. And these are 14 millimeter fittings, not 15. So the Greenworks uses a 14 size. So what I'm gonna have to do here, so I'm going to have to just use, so we'll have a package for extending the hose. If you wanted to use it and hook up a 50-foot Cobra Jet hose, we would just hook it up to this with an extension package, kind of like we have to do with the Karchers, like the K something or others, and like K2s or something. I don't remember which one, but the original Karchers you had to do this. So I'm going to test this with just the stock hose because I don't want to go get that. But we will have packages set up so that you can extend the hose. So both the 1800 and the 2000 have an internal hose to pressure washer connection, which is another added negative because when this hose eventually fails, and it will, then you're kind of in trouble. Not much you can do, other than a warranty. Try that again. Yeah, pull the hose off, and let's see. We just need it to last a few minutes. See that? It's part of the game, people. That's a different pump. That's the other one was the same as the Sunjo, so this is a different pressure washer. This sounds more like Greenworks have traditionally sounded. So I wouldn't be surprised. So this sounds like a Ryobi. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Greenworks is just having supply issues, and so they're maybe sourcing other, other suppliers, or maybe they've switched companies and they just started with the 1700. So you definitely don't want the 1800, but this is a better pump, I think. So we're at 1510, we'll give it.
13.4 amps.
Let's get our flow. So this one will probably have less flow. It's rated at 1.1. Now I'm using the ear test on the quality of the pump, but yeah, I think most would agree. I mean, it sure sounds a lot more stout than the other one with the puke wind down that the Sunjos have and the ARs have. And there's like 3 main factories in China that are making all this crap. Okay, let me switch. Jeff's going to measure for us. Let me switch over to the other. No foam cannon on this one either, because the reason why I'm saying no foam can is the foam can doesn't fit on this quick disconnect, and this is not replaceable. It's probably glued in. And this fitting here, this setup is not going to allow you to do it either.
11.81.
1.09.
So 1.09, 1.1 GPM. Some real honest fellas here. That 1.1. This,
189.
oh yeah, this one costs 189 bucks, of course. If it says 1800, it's got to be more. It's better than 1700. What am I doing? Where'd my gun go? There it is. Got to stay focused. So let's do the same 3.0. Uh-oh, what happened here? Jumped the gun on me, Jeff? Boom, 1,000 on the dot, 3.0 nozzle. Drawing 10.4 amps. Down from what, 11 and change? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly 1,000. We're very precise here at Obsessed Garage. Okay, stop, reset, 3, 2, 1, go. It just sounds so much better. It's quieter. Doesn't have the puke ramp off, but you can't hook up a hose to it without extending it. Not a good thing. So funny, when we did the test the first time, I was so excited. Everyone, I'm like, this one's gonna be an anomaly. No. This one's gonna be better. No. All the frickin' same. All right, let me do a foam cannon test. It's also going to be a little easier this time because we kind of know what these things are going to do. 11.9 amps, we got some good foam, good to go.
15.07.
1.36 GPM. So pretty typical. Yeah, so I like this pump better, but I don't like the fact that the hose is proprietary. All right, next one up is 2,000. So this was 189 bucks. The 2,000 is 199. Bet you 199. Oh, I'm a good guesser. I'm a good guesser. That and I bought it. So, but when you buy 34 pressure washers at once, it's kind of hard to keep them straight. Tell you what, the hardest thing of these is buying them and trying to make sure that you get all of them. It's freaking hard. It's hard to figure out. I make it look easy, but you know. You're such an arrogant prick. How many of those comments did I get in the last video? I can't believe you said that. Well, I'm just telling the truth. What do you want me to do? You want me to lie to you? I can do that. I don't want to. Oh shoot, I need that QD off of that thing. Oh no, I put it on the table.
We got a Velcro strap for this one.
Yeah, this is fancy. This is a $199.
It's premium.
When you spend that kind of coin, you expect a Velcro strap that's going to fail in 3 weeks to be on your pressure washer. Okay, let's put our thingy. I'm interested on this one. So it's the same thing. It has a hose with an internal connection that I mean, if you're super savvy, maybe you could tear it apart, but why would you waste your time when there's 57 other pressure washers that you use? Okay. Oh, crap, we gotta go. What am I saying? As I'm telling you that, I need that QD off of that other, let's steal one of these. Why am I using brass? We don't use brass here. Brass is for babies. But Matt, only some people can't afford stainless, so don't say it's better. It is better. What do you want me to say? I mean, to lie. I'm not lying. No lying today. Get out of here. Matt, there's starving people in Africa as you're watching this on your $1,000 cell phone. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, I need a Jeff Spec Titan here. Oh yeah, let's do it without our tip. Crap, where's the tip? Oh, it's on this thing. Okay. This one must have a little tank that fills up. This is rated at 1.2 gallons per minute, 2,000 PSI. This is a weird one.
Still just a 25-foot hose, even though it's on that.
Yeah. So you have this giant heavy thing and it's a 25-foot hose, which, you know, he's not going to do much good. Let's see if this one holds a foam cannon. Nope. So they have these weird, did I pull that off there? Yeah, so let's do the 40 degree. Let's give it an old crankaroo. Oof. This one's got a real spicy sound to it. Ready? My glycerin's right on the edge. Need to. 1690. It's got some juice.
13.6 amps.
Okay. Three, two, one, go. This one has like a ton of vibration through the handle. I've never felt the pressure washer do that outside of like a gas one. You can see it vibrating like crazy. The other thing, Tommy, is that this, has the wand extension, so you could put a quick disconnect on here, and yeah, you could do a foam cannon. That's right. So you understand what I'm saying? You could we could put a QD set We just have to do like a little aftermarket little setup on the foam cannon like this, and you could put a foam cannon on this stock gun. Again, I wouldn't recommend. I mean, most of you aren't doing that anymore, so I wouldn't recommend it. But
12.63.
see, it's a completely different thing. As a different operation, the same output. Like, why couldn't they get something different, something special?
1.18.
So 1600 psi, 1.18 at what was the amperage?
13.6.
At 13.6 amps. So, but this one I'm telling you has a lot of vibration through the handle. All right, let me swap my gun. But remember, you got to extend this really poor hose. There, it runs great there. It's the way it needs to run normally. Okay, let's go aftermarket here. This is all right. We're moving all right here, aren't we? We're gonna be done in 3 hours or 30 minutes. It makes me feel good to throw them like that. That's the arrogance in me, Mike. Shoot, what was this? That was the 2.5? No. That was this. Wait, no, that's in the gun. So that must go with the, this one goes with the 1700. This one's got all the noise. That's 950, not enough. Not enough for as much flow as we're gonna get on this, I don't think. Let's try 2.5. That's gonna bring us up to 1190, but I think I'd rather have a little more pressure because this thing seems so lean. And I guarantee you that, again, remember, it's not directly proportional, so it's not like we're going to pick up a lot of flow. That feels pretty good. It's like 925. Let's see what kind of flow we get with the 3.0. 3, 2, 1, go. Gonna feel so good when I get this test done. All of them done. So I think what you do with these is we still do a 50-foot hose and you just leave that hose wound up when we do a hose extension. Because you can't just take that hose off and put a new hose on. It doesn't work that way. It's not that simple. Okay, let's do our foam cannon check. $12 amps. Still makes foam.
13.57.
1.30 GPM.
1.3. Yeah, this is not a... I like the setup of this. It's nice and stable, but it's not a good option. Not a good option. All right. Now we're gonna get serious. We're getting into the, oh no, we got one more regular one. Sorry, I jumped the gun there. I got too excited. Thought we were getting into the pro stuff. But Matt, you're not a pro. Well, you know, I'm a pro in my own mind, Jeff.
Is that real?
So this one comes with a fancy foot hose. This is the hose all you guys buy on Amazon, Uberflex. It's the same as a Cobra Jet, Matt, only it's like 1/10 the cost. Okay, if you say so. Good luck with that. It's a 25-foot. At least it doesn't kink as badly as the regular, like the Ryobis and that hose that was on that last one. So this is how much? $229?
It's the 2000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think this one's kind of. Yeah, it's on. Okay, normal price is $199, on sale for $149. I got a deal. I feel like I'm getting major deals these days. I went to Publix and saved $60 the other day. Now, granted, my grocery bill was like $4.40 or something like that, but because Michelle hadn't been in the grocery store in who knows how long, I had to like replenish a lot of stuff. Vanilla extract and all that business, you know, Jeff.
I don't know.
So same. We could do a foam cannon with this. Let's put our QD on here. Already put the nozzle on. So none of the Greenworks nozzles share the size of them. They're probably somewhere at 2.0 or something like that. All right. Put my gauge on here. So this is a regular brushed type motor, electric motor. Typical GFI. I like the compactness of this little guy. It's got some yeah, they've switched. The Greenworks is not. They've got a combination of, you know, what sounds to me to be the same pump as the AR and the Sunjo, and then they have some that, you know, share, like with the Ryobis. The Ryobis and Greenworks were very similar, so they're clearly just sourcing whatever pump they can get. It seems. Give it 1660. It's not quite in the middle, so I'll round up a little bit.
I did not.
3, 2, 1, go. So the thing I don't mind so much about these, you know, Chinese thingies is that at least they're not really knocking off. Like they didn't, like, you know, like all the Rupes knockoffs. Like, that's a direct IP theft issue. These are just, I don't know what the root source of all these are, but they don't appear to be like copying others.
$1.18.
1.18 GPM. The one thing I will say is that even though these sound worse, from what, you know, this is just my ears, my ear barometer of hearing people talk about longevity on, you know, Facebook and online and in comments, that, you know, this pump sounds worse. This is the Sunjo type pump, but maybe these ones last longer. I don't know. Who knows? I say who cares? You want this thing to blow up as soon as possible so you can upgrade your life. Let's get going. This is going to be another 3.0 deal. Yeah, it's 1090 with a 3.0.
10.5 amp.
3.0. Okay. Stick it in here. 3, 2, 1, go. I like how simple this one is. There's no hose reels or any goofy crap. You could take that soap dispenser off the side and a nice slim little pressure washer. That turn off just cracks me up. It's so, I don't know why it's so funny to me. Just sounds like it's breaking. Oh shoot. Foam can. Dear Lord.
14.59.
20.42.
1.42 GPM. 12.1 amps. Good foam. All right, now we're going pro. Okay, same Uberflex, whatever they call it, 20-something foot hose, 25-foot hose.
This one's $300.
Yikes. $299 for this puppy.
It's on sale, but
Oh. Yeah, probably what, $220 or something on sale because, yeah, $240 on sale because I'm pretty sure that that's the new version of this. Now, new versions of these don't always mean, in fact, they never mean upgrades. They mean changing plastics and whatever cheaper pump they can find. That's what seems to be the case here. That's not a good connection there. You're gonna end up breaking that. There's a long extension on the outlet connection, which is bad news. You don't want that. So this is 300 bones. This is, so it's rated at 2.3 GPM, 2,300 PSI. What's the over-under? 1.1? We're gonna be sad when it's up 1.8. And you're like, oh shoot. So when you say brushless, it's a different type of motor. So think, you know, there are little brushes that are these little what are they made out of? Are they like lead or something like that? Where it's a little metal thing that creates that touches and creates that completes the circuit or closes the circuit. But there's a spinning, I believe, stator, and then those brushes touch the stator and they wear out over time, you know, because it's, you know, there's friction there. And so when you have a brushless motor, theoretically a brushless motor would last longer because it doesn't have those two pieces of metal that are contacting the spinning, you know, motor, if you will. I know that's simplifying it, but you get the idea. Ooh. Yeah. Now at least we got something a little different. What's the SPO on that puppy? $71. It's a lot louder than the others. Woo! At least it turns off. Remember the old Ryobi like this didn't turn off. Ready? Let's see what we got. Let's try it again. I'll give you guys some guesses. What do you think? What do you think the pressure is? Ready? Wait for it. 1250. No. It's 1250 psi. Okay. Now, this one they're doing on Pluto. You know. There we go. Now it's rated at 2.3 GPM. So this should, it's only doing that much pressure. We should get tons of flow. Ready?
what about for the ramp up on that?
Yeah. All right, Jeff. You're gonna have to jam the bucket on the nozzle here. We're gonna get a little bit wet. Ready? Let's do it over here. Wait, hold on. I gotta get it ramped up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. All right, you can set it down. You can set it down. Whoa, whoa! So it's drawing 12 amps, not too bad. Gosh, it's like vibrating the hose. Like if you put your foot on there, it's vibrating crazy. I can't even put your foot on that, Jeff. It's like, feels weird. It's like, feels like you're getting shocked.
Feel on the pushback.
Oh my gosh. It's like a 60 hertz cycle or something. I like that instant. It's like, bang! It has like breaks. I could do that all day. Yeah. That sure seems like a lot more pressure than 1200 PSI. Oh man, there's nothing.
Feels pretty heavy.
Uh-oh. Holy crap!
16.97.
1.70.
1.70. I should keep my mouth shut. 1.7 is the flow. Let's see if we can get out of this puppy when we
That 2.3 though.
yeah. It's only 40% short.
It's all that brushless power.
I love that. It sounds like my Tesla backing up. All right, let's see if we can get out of this thing. This is exciting. It's exciting to get something a little bit different, you know? I've been doing the same darn thing for so long.
I will say with the OE gun, it's nice having the connection on the handle rather than
Yeah. Yeah, the connection point at the back of the gun instead of the outlet of the gun is, I think, is way better. Okay. So the 3.0 nozzle is probably not going to be any good on this. Yeah, it might be a 4.0. That's a 2.5. This is a 3.0. Let's just see what we get. Oh, turn on. Yeah, yeah. There's the arrow. Yeah, that's 1400 psi. I'm gonna have to do a 4.0. Let me just grab my Krenzel 4.0 here. That's 1100. I'm gonna go grab a 4.5 and see what happens.
should be one on that Sierra's probably.
No, that's a 15 degree. I got rid of all the 4.5s. Yeah, that's a 25 degree. See how this does. Might be able to get 2 GPM out of this bad boy. We can change the world here. That ramp up would annoy the crap out of you though if you're trying to clean your wheels. That's 900, so we're gonna stay 4.0. You're gonna have to do the old switcheroo again, Jeff. You ready? You're gonna do the old jammeroo. Oh boy.
Oh.
1100. Hold on.
Not gonna work. That is not
Dump
gonna
it.
work.
I wasn't ready yet. It's 1100
Wait, can this fit
at 4.0. Yeah.
the hole? Oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna be edgy.
Let me get it going. Don't get excited. Let's get it going. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I forgot to put the stopwatch on. Dump that water out. We don't want any extra here. We want scientific testing here.
Accurate
Okay,
science.
try this again. So I'm just gonna hold it in place and you're gonna have to ram it on there because I'm gonna have to, ready? Let me ramp it up. Hold on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's try it again.
Take 3.
There's gotta be a better way to do this.
No gamma seal.
Well, it's gonna shoot right out. We need the seal. Plus, this is way too good. All right, I'm gonna try. 3. Wait, I gotta start this first. Okay, hold on, hold on. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah! Oh, I didn't start it. I held the button down. We gotta try it again. Dang it, that was a good one.
Take 4.
This is why I wore my waterproof shoes. Okay, we got a system down now. All right, let me ramp it up. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, stay in there. I mean, this kind of defeats the purpose. You're gonna wake up your neighbors, you know, an electric pressure washer. So with the pro of more flow, we get the con of it's super loud and really vibrating. It's like new the minute it was up. It's only good for a minute. That seems like a lot of water. Now let me test the foam cannon. We're gonna need a 1.25 on this, but let's just see what happens with the 1.1, see what happens to the amperage. Yikes, that's 2 gallons a minute.
1.89.
1.89 gallons per minute. So it's 14.4 amps. What's it say on the box? Does it say 15 amp?
It's rated at 14.
Yeah, so you want to do a 1.25 on there. Let's just test it since we're here. Yes. So this is bad because you'd want a pressure washer like this for cleaning around the house, but it doesn't have any pressure and it's all flow. So this is a 1.25. Let's just make sure it foams. Do I maybe have a 1.1 on my foam cannon?
No, there's no way.
Yeah, because the Krenzel would be going nutty. There's no way it's the same. Can't be. Maybe that's the brushless deal. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess let's just stick with 1.1 on it then. I mean, no one's going to buy this. If you do, you're an idiot. Well, I told them about all the other ones already. It's a deal. You can run 2 gallons a minute on that sucker at 1.9 gallons a minute for a little while. Here, let me put a 2.5 on there and see what happens. Yeah, you get 1700 psi.
14.4 amps. So you can run smaller orifices than what comes stock then if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, so there is some adjustability. The big negative of this is it takes forever to turn on. So now let's see what the new 2300 does. Interesting. It's always fun to get something a little bit off the wall. So we got the same gun.
Got a little foam handle for you?
Yeah, it's extra ergonomics. So that one was 300 bucks. This one is what? 249 for this guy. That's jet flow technology though. That's got to be something good. So this is Greenworks Pro 2300 PSI, 2.3 GPM, same specs as the other. It's exciting. So do we call that auto stop start? It's auto stop, semi-auto start. Yeah. It's got all the worst qualities. It does have a pressure switch on it. It does stop. $13.10.
14.5 amps.
You know what that means, Jeff? You're gonna have to do another little jammeroo there. 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, shoot. Yep. Ah! I keep holding it down. I get too excited. I hope this one does that too. This is great. This makes for way better TV. Three, 2, 1, go. This one doesn't vibrate as much through the hose, just a little bit. 20 seconds. Now some other idiot is gonna copy these, is gonna do that same stupid thing we just did instead of coming up with some better idea. That's the funny part. All right, swapperoo. This same thing as things like 72 dB or so, something like that. 71 dB.
Yeah.
1.74.
1.74 GPM. It's the jet flow. That's the 4.0. Let's do the old. So the nice thing about this brushed version is you could swap nozzle sizes. So I would buy, several nozzle sizes. You could probably do some more work with this, but again, you just wouldn't want this for washing your darn wheels, and it'll be annoying as crap. It's only 900, so. Let's go 4.0. I think that's a better way to go. That's 1100 PSI.
13.3 amps.
Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. All right, Jeff, you ready? Let's do this. Three, 2, 1, go. You got it down, all right. Dang it. Yeah, same 14.4 or 1.1.
1.89.
1 point what?
1.89.
Yeah, 1.89. So that one you could probably dial up a little bit more flow if we did a 4.5 nozzle and ran it at 900 psi. Cool, last one. This one's interesting. So this is a $400 one, right? This big guy. So this one is $399. 400 bones, rated at 2300 psi or 3000 psi. And what is it rated? 1.1 GPM? Where is it? 3000 psi.
1.2.
1.2 GPM. Let's see if it gets 1300 again. So yeah, we can have a foam cannon. It's like I'm out, I'm done. What are we gonna get? Whoa. We got a leaky, this is like a weeping gun. Does this say auto start? Yeah. Thing's really loud. I think there may be something wrong with this gun unless it's supposed to weep like that. Like some big gas pressure washers will just weep. There's 2200 psi though. That's pretty. That's the most pressure I've seen on any of these. Yeah, it just doesn't turn off. Yeah, it's like 2175. You're off the hook, Jeff. 3, 2, 1, go. Thing wants to take off on me. What's the SPL on this thing?
Pretty loud. It's
72 dB, yeah. So 1.28 GPM at 2200 PSI though. Let's see what happens when we play with this thing. What was the amperage reading?
14.7.
Yeah, 14.7 amps, so it's working hard. And then of course there's no auto on off. The nice thing is you don't have to ramp it up. Let's do, what am I doing? Let's see what it does on a 4.0 nozzle. It's like 875 PSI with a 4.0. So they're squeezing that pressure out of a baby little nozzle. Let's do 3.0. So it's sitting at 2000 PSI under pressure, and then you can feel it release. So that's 1300. Let's try 3.5. It's like 10-10, 3.5.
10.1.
At least we got something different. Not a good option, but what is that, 14?
16.15.
Yeah, 14.4, same thing.
1.61 GPM.
So 1.6 GPM. So you'd never buy this one over the other unless you just want to clean your driveway. All right, bros, that's a wrap. All right, so what did we learn? The Greenworks Pros are different than anything I've ever really tested before, so that's interesting. At least they're trying something different. You know, the ramp up on the 2300 is super annoying. The fact that this stays ramped is just as annoying. It doesn't turn off. And they're both pretty darn loud. So they're like, you wouldn't want to get up at 6 a.m. and use this pressure washing to wake up your whole neighborhood. It's might as well get a gas pressure washer. It's pretty close to it. I think, you know, those two middle ones, like the 1900 and 2000, are not really any good because of you can't do an aftermarket hose as easily. You can just extend it. But yeah, it just adds to the data. I think some of the other Greenworks I liked better, in certainly the older Greenworks. I think were better options. The 1700 I don't like. The 1800 I like the pump, but you can't put a hose on it. The 2000 is really weird and vibraty. So the other 2000, the older 2000, older style is probably the best of this bunch, but again, you don't want any of these. But if you have them, we'll have quick disconnect packages. We'll have good, better, best type packages. We call it basic, advanced, and ultimate. So you can get like the various guns and on wand combos, and with all the fittings taped and torqued and ready to go. Hoses come with the fittings on it, and we're sort of teaching you how to do it. So go to obsessivegarage.com. Help us out. If you buy this stuff from us, it helps me. Affords me the ability to buy $8,000 worth of pressure washers and test them and give you the information. So also, depending on when you're watching this video, if it's recent to when this was launched, go to obsessivegarage.com, and basically this is your way to get an ultimate package with a free pressure washer, pretty close to it. This $400 one might be a little bit more. I don't like to, I mean, you could have just returned these, but I don't want to do that. I don't think that's the right thing to do. So we're going to sell them and give you an option to get a package. Just use the pressure washer until it craps out, and then you can use that package and you upgrade to a Krenzel or AR or something like that. Thanks for watching. Next video will be AR Blue Clean. See you then. Ready? Let me ramp it up. Hold on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's try it again.
Take 3.
There's got to be a better way to do this.